I'm Cece. It's great to have you here. Yes, technical difficulties keep us from getting things perfect and started on time. And yeah. I'm going to have to tighten it. It's going to slowly slide down. Hold on, folks. You know how it goes. And the channel is still fresh and new. You get what you pay for. Hi, I'm Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. It's great to have you here. We are just getting rolling here. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I'm so glad you could make it here. I'm so glad I could make it here. Yes, folks, it is Tuesday, Monday? What day is it? Today is Tuesday. Come on, clock. Everything's slow this morning. Catching up. Tuesday morning, April the 14th. And we are going to jump right into, it's going to be your morning forecast this morning. Gosh, here we go, folks. Here we go. So if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you can join the chat and let me know where you're visiting from. We always save a few minutes at the end of every read to take your personal questions. So stick around to the end. For sure. Today's general reading was coming in like a boss with my ladies who are going through the change. That's what they used to call it when I was a girl. I'm 53, and it was always this mysterious metamorphosis. I wasn't sure if there was so much mystery around it. I was pretty sure there was stuff they weren't talking about. And this wisdom that you come into when your body reintegrates and reforms itself, transferring all of your remaining eggs and your egg makers that are literally the factories for stem cells, pushing all of that stem cell material back into the rest of the body, being absorbed by the brain. And it is no wonder we go through such a mental and emotional metamorphosis. I really wasn't sure when I was a kid if this meant that I was going to grow new body parts. Of course, it didn't come in the form of a third arm or extra toes or ears on the back of my shoulders or something weird. It is a complete metabolic reset from the inside, a genetic recoding. So here we go. It should be called something like the burning. It is a clarification, and it can be a time of spiritual clarification. And when I'm saying my goddesses are made, they're clarified, they are clarified by fire, like when you're clarifying butter. You are burning away the excess of everything else that's no longer needed and is being reassigned and reformed into its purest state. Does this happen for every woman? I think so. I think whenever it is misunderstood, it terrifies women. And you get Karens. There's something about the father's downturn, and it's met in its opposition by the sword. Agape love on one hand, and the bridge being burned. Literally, the bridge is upside down here. We are burning bridges. We are burning bridges. Let's get in here. Thank you for joining the channel. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button and the notification bell. And yes, I was a few minutes late coming in, but this is the learning curve for all new YouTubers. And I'm grateful for you coming back for another morning brief today. Let's make sure we get those settings proper here as we're getting logged in, as everything's coming up, getting all of our folks in here. Here we go. Hi, 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 radical person. Yes, you are. You excel at most everything you do. I am hearing another medium that I watch on YouTube, and she sounds like she's from Minnesota, and I've got her in my ear right now, and I'm channeling her in my voice. I can hear her in my words. Let's see. Let's get that pop out chat fixed. I'm trying to pop the screen out so I can see what I'm doing. And you guys don't need to be a part of any of this. Let's throw some more and see what's going on. I'm waiting for more news with this morning brief. I was really just kind of having some enlightenment about, you know, going through the burning, being mid-burn right now. Let's see. Yes, we're talking about the eternal child. There's a lot of focus on the womb right now. There's a lot of focus on the womb, about on the creation, about the flow of life, the river of life being stopped or being redirected is what it's doing. Instead of it, just like in an exercise of will too, and in the chakra flow, moving upward. You know, if that's the next thing to life, creation of life, or the womb, or the pelvis, where the pleasure chakra and the reproduction chakra is there's only one before it, and that is the fear chakra, rooted in the at the base of the spine. And that, what I'm getting to here is that all of those, the body doesn't just expel as waste all of that cellular generation that it does, putting into creating life and creating ovaries and creating eggs. All of that gets reabsorbed during this time. It doesn't just get expelled from the body, it gets reabsorbed into the rest of the body. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the mitochondria. Whatever leftover mitochondria I get to keep. And it is, we've got Thanos here on its side. So yeah, we're talking about, instead of a big father energy, we're met from end to end on this there's this splitting going on. There's this splitting going on. And ladies, I want you to start thinking about the fact that instead of when you turn 50 and you're looking at end of life, and you're looking at your wise years, you're looking at this grandma years, this feebleness. I want you to consider that you have an entire other life before you, with the advantage that you're not going to waste the first 15, 20 years on trying to mature. You have a life of woman. You are no longer woman. You are no longer man. You are a protector gender. You are a third gender. And we want to start talking about trans people and transmuting sexualities. Let's get to the real heart of the matter. And this is why men are afraid of women. It is literally our ability to transform into the unknown. And because there's so much of it happening internally, because right now science is so patriarchal based, there is a resistance to discovering anything good about women. There's a lack of focus, a misdirection here. A misdirection, no, there's a lack of direction and a missed opportunity, but no, I'm getting a big drive of misdirection here. And a period of something that was of a big deal is not a big deal anymore right now. Let's see. Hi, Zick. Hi. Hi, gaming bra. Let's see. Hi, Max. So the couple of concepts that came through today were that women, when you've hit 50 and you are able to literally shed this attachment, the hormonal mysteries of romance falls away. Your focus shifts more internally. There is a coldness or a bitterness here. But again, don't let that detachment that you're experiencing turn into dismay, frustration. Suddenly the veil literally goes from in front of your eyes to behind it. And you go into this other form of what we are redefining as womanliness. This is the complete actual form, 1111, of full womanhood. So, yeah, the coldness and bitterness gets turned down here. And we're moving away from extremes and imbalance. The whole business about the burn is because you don't really understand what's happening. You're trying to control everything. Every symptom feels like an emergency. But you are getting some clarity, although it is slow coming. You are able to kind of step out of conflict with, I can't make this up, with a newfound clarity. It will come on the form of having to leave behind stuff that no longer serves you. These relationships, that's the thing, is what becomes so unimportant to you becomes these relationships. And ladies, I don't want you to feel like, oh, I'm finally going to be giving up. It'll be having a different relationship with the world, because you are a different thing than what you were before. You're still human. You're still very much human. But how you relate to the rest of humanity. And do we have a word for... I would like to know the word that I can call people who have not reached my point. Like, oh, we've got menopausal women, and after that, it's just this big blank. They go and die. No, I actually live for another 53 years. I want to know what the fuck is supposed to happen here. 1313, there's been a curse on an entire, not just an entire half of the species, but an entire half of her lifespan existence. This is the patriarchy. After I'm no longer fertile, you guys write me off entirely. There is no definition, no framework, no role model, no cultural reference to, no appreciation for an entire half of every woman's life. It's insane. It's insane. It's madness. This is a symptom of someone not wanting to admit, recognize, or even be curious about, perhaps out of, what is the only reason people do this? Fear. There's a lack of inspiration, enthusiasm, ambition, and block creativity while they're trying to pretend like we're the most precious thing in the world that needs their protection, etc., etc. Ladies, gentlemen, the patriarchy is not serving you fellas, because you end up in a relationship with the other half of the species that you don't even know what you're laying down with. You have no idea what you're laying down next to, do you? You have no idea. It shows in your books. It shows in your knowledge. You guys have had control of all the money, of all of the houses, of all of the commerce, of all of the books. Gentlemen, if you don't think this place is displacing ladies, I want you to take your next, whatever your favorite religious text is, whatever your favorite book is, 1515, I don't care if it's Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. And for every place where it says he, and just do it in the first 4 or 5 pages. Until your brain catches up with registering that HE should have an S in front of it. Just as an experiment of how you feel your religious text speaks to you. Everywhere where it says he in general, he did this, they say he said, when a man goes into the, or when a person goes, he does this. The default in our language is he. Who decided that? The boys that wrote the books. Now put the S in front of each one of those, okay, for a half a dozen pages. Or with digital age, do the copy and paste with he, replace it with she. Now go back and read that religious text, and I want to ask you, do you still feel like your faith is speaking to you, including you, or is it speaking to some other disconnected, disjointed, completely unrelative, some other? And now you want to tell me that your book is supposed to apply to humanity when it doesn't include you at all, does it? So there is a big, here's the strength, this partnership. You're going to have strength. You want to break the curse, gentlemen, of the mouse dystopia, the mouse's paradise that turns into dystopia. Here, you've got to get some bravery and inner strength. The bravery is not about outer strength. It's about inner strength. That's where real focus and intestinal fortitude, gentlemen, courage, control your fear to ask the question, control your anger to be able to hear it. And this is when you will feel justice for yourself. You will be able to break down how the patriarchy is failing you, how the patriarchy isn't fulfilling its promises to provide you with a job, wife, house, and a car, 2.5 kids, and a loyal dog. Not necessarily in that order. By God, sir, where is your horse? Where is your 5 acres, 40 acres, and a mule? There is a breaking free here. We're not going to see a big sexual revolution where the genders are where men are fighting against women. You guys have already taken up arms inside the homes. The gentlemen that would fight the other half of the gender are not gentlemen. You are brutes. I won't date a man over 55 because you still think it's okay to hit a bitch. You take the brutality and the war inside your home. If you want balance inside your home, sir, you must earn it. It's not enough to pay the bill. You must show up with self-respect and self-dignity to role model. Be the change you want to see. You don't feel respected? Be respectable. Same thing for you, ladies. Don't feel respected? Then withdraw yourself until you feel you are respectable. Greed and materialism and unfulfilled desires dominate your mindset. All of this is about finding balance. All of it is about finding balance. Yeah, I can't make it up, folks. Imbalance is the topic here. Trying to get what you need, trying to manage your dissatisfaction. About 5 years, I thought it was a stupid comment. It should have been placed somewhere else besides with a new mother. I thought we were having casual conversation, and I realized the expectation I had thrown in her lap afterward, years later. And we could solve our entire sexual predatory problem in 2 generations if we had more control about holding our sons and teaching them how to cope with an erection. We need to get into our sons' minds sooner. We're spoiling them, literally spoiling them. You know what being spoiled means? Ruining a human being from being able to operate in society as a contributing human being. We are ruining these children because we refuse to say no. We refuse to hold boundaries. We refuse to create a framework where consequences exist. If everyone gets a trophy, that means why are we bothering putting up a fence in the park? Why don't we just put traffic in the middle of the park and let everybody drive everywhere and let everybody just do whatever the fuck they want and just let your kids go? We did that in the 70s, and we got Generation X raising themselves. Now that is neglect. You know what else came out of the 70s? Kids on the side of milk crates. Kids on the side of your milk carton. And having to legislate child pornography being sold in gas stations next to Hustler and Penthouse. The patriarchy has not served you well. And the only thing that's holding you back is a lack of imagination and fear that you're not going to be in charge of it anymore. Dependency, overspending, overindulgence. Your choices and options are there, but you have the other thing that the patriarchy has created for you is complete codependency. 2222 on the clock. This is just so much of our spiritual existence. We're dealing with Ace of Wands here with fall, decadence, ruin. This is kind of like the fall of Rome right here. It came when everybody got exactly what they wanted. Sorry, boomers, you're not the greatest generation. I think maybe your parents came out of a period of war and world war. Yeah, action and what you saw as frustration, what they saw as a frustration and a misuse of power, they came home and were so relieved that they could build a place without this destruction that they forgot to tell you no. And then you ended up doing all of this crazy shit. Except for you guys got everything you asked for. Without consequence, without responsibility, without being told no. It was the world was going to hold these children up and not ever make them have to feel the effects of the war that we just came through. And they were ruined. They were spoiled. They were absolutely ruined. They became the worst overindulgent generation in probably 500 years. And their children became Generation X, whom they neglected. Every boomer I talk to has got a story about, oh yeah, my parents wouldn't let me go out and play and do it. I did whatever the fuck I wanted in the 50s and the 60s, and the 60s especially. And I left home and I went out and I married and I got pregnant and then we couldn't take care of him, so I took him back to my parents' house. There was some tower moment that was avoided, some level of responsibility. And we're seeing it played out now in this massive delusion. It is a mass delusion. You want to talk about like, oh, there's a UFOs, people, delusions of crazy shit, wild stuff. And 30 years, they're still talking about this mass delusion, so-called mass hysteria. People have got to start thinking for themselves. We've got this generosity card out here. The Six of Pentacles. I'm not sure why. This money flow. What is this? We've got an opportunity to stop this tower moment. So what happened here whenever we had this World War II generation come back, their kids thought it was all about adventure and expedition and glory, and they didn't actually have to live through any of the hardship. So they didn't get a tower moment out of this. That's what this is. And then they went spending and spending and spending like a motherfucker because nothing was ever going to catch up to them. Everything Generation X ever heard growing up about why they were bad. And let me tell you, being free, being let free in the 70s and the 80s was not coupled with this message of go and be free and play in the flowers in the fields and run, my child. No, it was met with get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. It was met with my mother blackout drunk at 2:00 in the afternoon on the couch and me in the same diaper. It was a shithole. There's new beginnings here. Rest, solitude, rejuvenation, introspection. Yeah, you know what generation got? Our parents were the Epstein class. If you had money, your parents were fucking freaks, and they did that shit right in front of you. Frank Zappa, his daughter, Moon, talked quite a bit about the sexual revolution in the 60s meant when she was a kid, there were grown-ups all over the house, not having sexy time, but with the music and, the carousing and just the socializing and the hippie clothes and the lack of rules also meant that hardcore pornography was playing on the television in the living room or in any room, every room, just as a course of socialization, like leaving the TV on channel 6 or channel 3. They just let porn play all day. Yeah, he was clean cut and sober and had a real hard line against drugs, but they were sexual deviants. And they raised us in it. They raised us in it, and we're supposed to be like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Broken coven here, a broken bridge, and this pimp pusher energy. It's pimp pusher energy. And yes, the whole fallout in our culture about not just political justice, not just social justice, racial justice. We are now seeing an age of rage, of truth and reconciliation over our sexual culture. Get the paisans out of Mexico. Kids given a choice don't want that kind of contact. They don't go searching for it except for out of curiosity about their own bodies. And if you teach a kid that that's for private time for them, they never bring it up in front of grown-ups. Stop sexualizing children. That is our next global revolution. Stop sexualizing children and you'll end that global rape culture. But they don't want that because that's how they're controlling women. This is combat. This is the battle. And it starts with being able to control the smallest and the weakest. And if you can condition children that certain abuses are normal or at least unavoidable, then they are now conditioned for every adult that was ever maligned or abused or just has a really ugly streak that they've been able to feed without hindrance. We've got to stop sexualizing our children across the board, everywhere, everywhere. And this is I'm seeing a balance in moral justice. Yes, the church is having a massive resurgence, but I don't see it coming from the moral majority. I see it from a great, realistic, honest, transparent conversation that this is even tied to sexuality is a huge, huge expose. Taurus, you may be involved in some kind of battle, bringing this kind of conversation into normal. Taurus, I can see you being around the dinner table and people dancing around this and not saying and not this and not that. And you going, but, and them saying, yeah. But, and are you fucking kidding me, Grandma? Really? Like, you are not okay with people just sort of low-key demon vibing on this shit. Like, not saying anything. I saw a video not long ago where there was a 14 or 12 or 14-year-old girl saying, hey, we kids are all watching you grown-ups. And what we're watching is the ones of you that don't object openly and outwardly and immediately. You're the ones we fucking watch now. They're not dumb. I wasn't dumb when I was a kid either. We knew what grown-ups to go with. Cousins knew. Yeah, we talked to each other. We talked to each other then. The kids talk now. And you know damn well which uncle in your family you don't let the little cousins go in the car with when y'all are all walking back to the house from the ice cream store. You know damn well which grandpa you don't go in the back house with. And you don't let him wander off with the kid on his arm. You know which kid it looks funny why they're holding him on their hip like that. No grown-ass man needs to be holding a baby on his hip. It ain't his. No grown-ass man. Cooperation here. We got it, fellas. No grown-ass man needs to be holding your child. I can totally understand why women in harmony with this dark Sagittarius. How are you going to keep your harmony? There's not a single motherfucker's going to be alone with my kid. I don't care if you're my uncle, cousin, brother. You're lucky if you're my own kid, I'll let you go and take care of that little one without me watching. I don't understand what it is about men. I do understand that boys are safe to be around until they hit prepubescence. And I do believe that at that point, other men see them becoming a young man and they are able to drop with a whisper, a word, a wink, a gesture, a nod, a little nasty glare, a something to get up, boy. So just a word without your supervision develops that young man into the patriarchy. And you can't control that. You can't be on top of your kid 24/7. So, fellas, 3333, y'all know what it looks like. And we know, and I'm tired of having this conversation, we see y'all knowing what we know and y'all knowing. Quit acting a fool. Quit acting like I'm a fool. Don't be distracted by senseless affairs. We all don't live in a vacuum here. You don't live in a vacuum. Everybody sees you moving through your life, the choices that you make, the things that come in front of you that they think, oh, look at that. That's going to be great. And then you don't pick it up. It's the things you don't do so much as the things you don't accomplish. Cancer here or yin-yang energy. The big push here, the big message here is identifying your sovereign self, your individual self. Who are you when you're in the boat alone? Ain't nobody around. Nobody around. If you walk out into the middle of the woods and you sit down in the middle of 5 acres and you got to spend the next 6 hours there, and you got a car 300 feet away, you're not lost, But you just sit down in the middle of a 5-acre clear in the middle of the woods. Dig deeper. There's an awful lot of misdirection here, and you don't need a reason to be happy. But who are you when you are sitting down in the middle of the woods? I'm not talking about, when you go to the park in your city, because when you still have all these mental attachments here. There's some not a starseed. We're getting to the human experience here. What you need to be able to do is constantly connect. Yes, whatever you do, don't fall asleep. You are trying to wake up. You are trying to connect to your pure form that doesn't have anything to do with anybody else or anyone else or anywhere else or any when else. There's a jinn on your tail. That's what it is. You've got a jinn on your tail that's trying to keep you groggy, trying to keep you asleep today. Hi, Texas Fatback. You're making me hungry. Hi, Taylor. Something about avoiding a total obliteration. By digging deeper, we're lining it up here. This jinn is coming inside the Cancer. And this do not be distracted by senseless affairs. You've got someone who is low vibe, NPC, but they've got some star energy, which means they're dark energy. And it's this Cancer who has he's got a rider. He's got a jinn attached. It's a lamprey. It's not a possession. They're very subtle. This misdirection is very subtle. We're getting into somebody very specific here. If you dig deeper, you'll avoid this total obliteration. Not digging deeper will cause this total obliteration. So yeah, look for this quiet clues. Okay. This jinn is trying to back out of this. It's going to act like, oh, no, it's fine. If you don't want it, we're good. We good. No, I got somebody else. You know what? I got another sale waiting for this. You don't want it. It's fine. You're going to pass on it. That's cool. No, they're trying to get you watered down. Don't need a reason to be happy. They're going to suddenly water it down and try to back out. But this is just bait and switch. Don't be distracted by senseless affairs. Bring it back. You got a car salesman on your ass trying to sell you some watches out of the back of his car. This jinn, as soon as we started talking about don't fall asleep, whatever you do, don't fall asleep. We woke that jinn up, or we got that jinn to reveal itself. When you have a possession, a demon, a perversion, an emotional trauma attachment, an addiction, when you can call that evil by its name, it must reveal itself to you. And most of the demons that we have here on this level, on this manifestation, on this corporeal realm, this dimension we all live on with our meat bodies and tables that are hard, most of these affecting attachments, most of these affecting lamprey demons are low vibe, because they're attached with this dimension and they're accustomed to interacting with the weaknesses of the flesh form. There's a Scorpio here that may be agnostic. I used to joke I'm politically agnostic. I believe there's a government. They know about me, but they don't give a fuck. Like, there's nothing I do that really affects what they do. They don't have any sense of me. Let's see. Your spirit team's coming in here. I'll see what I can do, Cakes. Because you said please. Something about your spirit team is cutting contact. Oh, we got a dark Virgo coming in from off planet that wants a fight here. Yeah, there's a Virgo that has lost their fucking minds. Oh, have you lost your fucking mind? They are just like off planet. They're thinking stupid shit, and they want to pick a fight. Your spirit team came in to warn you, and the Scorpio is intervening. Yeah, because this agnostic energy and the burnt the bridge, they're there to remind you that you have already cut this cord. They are interceding for sure. I get the feeling that this conversation is happening between Scorpio and Virgo. This might be a new partner. They're trying to oblige themselves to the Virgo, but the Virgo is not attached. It's a behavioral issue. We've got some Virgo tendencies that's making them lie to the person, or just as Virgo does. Virgo never lies. Virgo is not a particular liar. Virgo creates illusions by lies of omission. Yeah, there's that behavioral stuff. They never want the actual face-to-face fight. They're not very conflict driven. They like to fuck shit up though. Yeah, but they're not doing it on this one. They're not doing it this time. They're not interested in, they're trying to repair that burnt bridge. That's what it is. This message has been coming to me quite a bit lately. Someone coming back to try to pretend like they don't remember when they were such a jackass to you. They may have hurt you. They may have been the cause of accidents. They may have been the cause of breakups. What I've got is there are two Virgos that are locked in a dominance display, like a couple of fucking peacocks. And they are trying to out-villain each other to get ahead. Because these motherfuckers are not trying to impress you. They are trying to impress each other. They don't care about you. These patriarchal, male-centered males want to bugger each other. That's what that looks like. That's what that looks like. And every time one of these Virgos has come around me, it's Jinn. It's all Jinn. I used to think, because the first boy I ever laid down with came out after we all came out of high school. And I went through a run of I'd marry a man and fuck, he'd turn out to be gay. I'd get with a man in every long-term relationship I've ever had with a man has ended because he's gone and screwed somebody else. And somewhere along the line, the one that didn't, the one that we split up because he fucked his female coworker, that man, I'd never seen that man so aroused as when I put my purple pantyhose on him and we watched gay porn together. Corn. Tell me there. Tell me. And so I thought for a long time, fuck, I'm too powerful of a woman. I'm too strong. I'm too I get a lot of, you got a lot of masculine energy. I thought I was turning men gay because I wasn't feminine enough. No, it turns out you guys will screw anything if you're left alone long enough. And if your best buddies around, you know each other's condition. You can sense each other's sexual constriction. It's like a spiritual constriction, a frustration that comes over you. And I have had my male buddies tell me all about being male buddies, and it's help a brother out. She's pregnant. It's not gay. Help a brother out. And it's not cheating to them either, because it's help a brother out. They're doing each other a favor. Yeah, this is where they lose the blessings, this gray area, all of this compromising, and what it is an addiction. It is the same addiction line as when an alcoholic will say, I'll just have 2/3 of a shot. Only on Tuesdays, but I'm not an alcoholic anymore. It's all of this deal making with the devil. All of these little slivers of white lie. until you're just like, you'll have that one day where it's like, fuck it. Fuck it. I earned this. I've been really good. All this energy I've been putting into being so disciplined, I've earned this. And that's what dudes will say. Legal obstruction comes of it. So somebody is having a same schmex relationship behind somebody's back. They're pulling all of this dream sequence with a Capricorn, or they're cutting themselves off, and they're going to find themselves, in a legal obstruction, because what they've done is created another broken coven. If you're going to go outside your relationship and have a same schmex relationship with another dude while you've got your woman, you've just created a broken coven. You're having schmex energy in concealment. There's some negative wish shit that's going on. Is someone getting... Oh, I just want to make sure that that someone wasn't getting spicy in there. Now, you guys keep the conversation clean, keep it neat. Don't start arguing in there. Everyone has their opinion. This is a safe space. If you're going to get spicy in my chat, you're going to get put in timeout. If you want to get back in, you're going to have to make a $50 contribution to my Venmo. If you get bumped out again because you're spicy, it's going to cost you $500 to get back in. So everybody keep it neat. That's how we're going to mitigate. We do have some predator energy here. So everybody just turn it down, because it's not going to be tolerated here. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, honey, maybe this channel isn't for you. There are lots of people out there with lots of other opinions that I'm sure you will agree with more. Okay, what else? What else? Are we going to finish this roundup? And this is just one read of many. Today is the morning brief. And don't shoot the messenger, folks. There are no secrets here. There's no secrets here. There's no point. It's like lying to your therapist. What is that? What is that? Okay, let's move on. Let's get into another deck of cards. We're going to get another reading here for our general download. So guys, if you are feeling some feelings, if you're having some feelings about me talking about poor behavior of gentlemen, 4747, I am not willing to go soft and say, I know it's not all men. For me, it has been all men. And I'm not going to have anybody trying to make explanation for what I'm saying either. People don't speak on my behalf. Don't speak on my behalf. That's right. All masks are off here. If it's not you, then why you got feelings about it? If it's not you, then why you got feelings about it? Because if it's not you, you've seen it and you didn't do anything about it. You've seen it. There is a copycat here. Your enemy is coming out of vogue in hating on you while they're waiting for you to give up. They're still envious of you. And they do not have your best interests at heart. That's coming with the envy. I think even if they weren't envious of you, they wouldn't. Yeah, there's chicken noodle is turned down. There's no soup for you here. They're not particularly inclined to align themselves with you. Yeah, take a beat. This is a good time to step back from that. Not everybody is your friend. We don't have to jive with everybody. Not everybody owes you a response. No one owes you a response. Nobody owes you a response. Let's see. And most people are not going to respond to you in the way that you want. Silly gooses. Let's see. There, somebody's setting up a trap door for you. So this looks like not a frenemy, but an acquaintance of some kind. Some backhanded compliment. This bitch that came up on me says, "When are you moving?" I said, "Bitch, I live here." Some kind of trap door. There's a deviance. Yeah, so something about, yeah, I'm getting backhanded comment. There's just a little bit of, there's a there's a tone. There's a tone. Somebody's taking a tone. Hello, folks. Puma, hi. James and Yanaishi. Cakes. Puma Annie. Yeah, hi. Hector Galvin, hi. Let's see. El Brazo, hi. Nice to have you here. Yeah, this person is out of their league, or they're batting out of their stat. It's no offense here, just people are on different levels. Yeah, it's gonna be like madness. They're trying to make something happen in the same places where they know they don't have that game. They just don't have that game. If you don't have that game, you don't have that game. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. Not everybody's a Mensa. Somebody's got some eyes on you somewhere here. What was that? Yellow eyes. There's a yellow-eyed demon that is willing to make a crossroads deal, like some kind of love spell to try to get your attention, or try to take your place, or this no hair. Somebody with a low self-esteem and some dusty energy that is getting kind of obsessive with you, wants to set up a trap to try to make you believe they're taking this copycat energy from somebody else. This is some, what is that, Dr. Doolittle? No, not Dr. Doolittle. It was the Nutty Professor. Yeah, they're stuck trying to approach you without some kind of, wait for it, without some kind of, like they think they gotta have the magic to get with you. They're so far away from, they're not waiting for, and they've taken some other kind of, they've got something else in the mix here, this deviant, oxime, literally containing a deviant compound that involves having control of one element over another. They want to kind of, they don't want to win you anymore. They want to beat you into it. Let's see. Hi, YM. I wish you could stick around to the end of the reading. I usually take a few free questions at the end of every live read. If you're wondering how to contribute to the channel or to how to buy your own reads, you can for now, until the channel is matured, because I've only been broadcasting for about 4, 5, 6 months now. You can make a financial contribution to Angel Radio Tarot at Venmo. I'm only on YouTube, so we're trying to grow the channel and get enough. We've got enough subscribers now, but the next benchmark to being able to do private readings and coffees and super chats and clubs like Live Readings Club or special direct reading services. That next benchmark is the number of hours the channel plays. So if you've got a backup device, let it binge roll on the channel. If you're on a smart device, hit that play mix button on the channel page. Double tap that screen if you're on a smart device for the like. If you're on your phone, double tap that screen and it works for a like. Use all the emojis down there. Boy, that helps the algorithm as well as all of your likes, shares, comments. What else do we have here? I think this was it. Yeah, interesting. They're trying to get into your dream state. They're working some pelvis chakra attention through astral communication. So they're doing some, they might be fantasized. 54. All they're doing is they're fantasizing about you, but because they've done this spell work, it's doing a little bit of a crossover amplification. So now, I don't think they're doing this part on purpose, but since they've just come away from this obsessive indulgent activity of going and getting a spell or trying to drive some spell work toward you to try to make you fall in love with them or to see them, it's like a reverse cloaking spell. They're trying to turn their aura way up so that you will see them in the crowd. And now that they've gone and done this, they've like put this thing together. They're really happy with it. They're going to go now and relax and go do something else. They're going to go have some nap. They're just going to go have a nap, or they're just disconnected from that, and they've gone into a relaxation sedated mode. And because you're on their mind, they're getting aroused. 55 coming up. They feel like a spring chicken. They are tugging at the short hairs, and that X has their name in their mouth, your name in their mouth, and then they're tugging on the no hair. So it's turning into fantasy-driven, schmexually, spell work-based astral communication, which is going to turn into, if they were doing it on purpose, it would be very powerful compulsions for you to start daydreaming about the good old days. Have them come up in your mind in a unusually sexual context. Like, oh, I haven't thought about them like that for like since before they fucked that. Yeah, since before I got rid of them, vanquished them from my life. There's a reason why you vanquish them. There's something like you're pretty fucking clear that this is not your person, but you might get a little tickle of them on the brainwaves. Let's see. Okay. I think maybe our energy pushed back up the line. They suddenly got self-conscious about what they were doing. Oh my God. Like their mind wandered way too far off that side. They might have even been in a public place. Like maybe they fell asleep on the bus and got a little bit of nocturnal arousal. Or they fell asleep on the bus and someone woke them up because they were going, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh, interesting. Yes, they are with someone and they are starting to have this happen at night, and their partner is responding in kind and they're still half asleep and they're mumbling your name. Juicy. All right, let's set this sexual attention energy away. Set that aside. Let's get into something else. What do we have? Anything? There we go. Yeah. Something coming up from someone is in a state of fear. Acropedal, proceeding from the base toward the apex or from below upward. So we're talking about chakra flow. What's at the base is at our tailbone. It is our root chakra. It is fear. Fear is not an emotion. It is a concern for your survival. Put your fears in front of you. Give them a face. And tell them no and blow out on the word no. Affable, being pleasant in your pushing them away. Gently blow them away from you and watch them as a ghost and a spirit will float away from you into a far distance as they dissipate into nothingness. They are a creature of illness. Fear is a creature of illness climbing up your ass. A discordant note. It's a fart waiting to be expelled. Executora, a distant note or sound with a principal note or chord immediately released. It is literally the octave note of a fart. A ballast is a ruby spinel of a pale rose red or orange. So this is giving like this demon has literally put that red hot poker up your butt, climbed into you from the fear root chakra up your butthole. And you may be anal retentive about something. You're trying to control something. That is the root of control, is fear. You control it because you want desperately for not the opposite outcome. Someone here is being controlling in their fearfulness. Again, we're getting Karen energy. Someone may be very outspoken. Acetonitrile, colorless liquid nitrile of acetic acid, chiefly in organic synthesis and as a solvent. So someone is just coming off as baleen, a horny keratinous substance found in 2 rows of transverse plates which hang down from the upper jaws of the baleen whale. Ew. So this is like stomach bile, somebody just threw up in their mouth. And yeah, adipocere, a waxy substance, and I know I'm saying this wrong, waxy substance of mostly fatty acids and calcium soaps forming during the decomposition of a dead body in a soggy anaerobic conditions. This is giving, I just threw up in my mouth. Yeah, something needs to be ejected out of the side of you. If you're doing witchcraft cleansing energy, you have a energetic parasite that has climbed in through fear and is lodged in your side. Now, this could be anywhere from guilt to inability to move forward. But you are absolutely stuck. I'm getting constipated. If you are having bowel issues, it's giving diverticulitis and constipation. Yes. Acidic blockages. Highly acidic. Yeah, like not IBS. It's giving a bowel impaction followed by everything behind that that's been waiting. Or something. But it's an energetic parasite. How would that be manifesting into your diet? The diverticulitis is it is something to be looking for. There's a bowel infection that's being caused by a foreign body. Yes. Okay, there, the inflammation. Yep. Yeah, it's some kind of intestinal inflammation. All right. It's getting very specific reading for someone, but there is a spiritual entity that is causing that. The demons can influence bodily fluids just like angels can. It's an element. They're using the water in your bowel. What's going on, Max? You look weird. What's going on, buddy? Do you need to go potty? No? You look worried. Are you okay? You want to come over here? You got something? Come here, Max. Come up here and say hi to everyone. Come here, Max. Want to come up? Yes, please. Thank you. Good boy. Hi. What, you got something to say? Yeah? So you got in my ear and you oh, the cards. All right. All right. Well, let's see which ones you want. Which card you want? I love you too. Yeah, I love you too. I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm listening. What do we have? Do you like any of these? Oh, you do. Here. You pick which ones you want. Do you like any of these? Do you like me? Do you like any of these cards? You like those ones? I thought that's what you were looking for. You were looking at the box. Let's throw these, okay? I'll let you do it. Here we go, Max. Anything? This one? It's these ones here. Okay, it's like this one right here. Oh yeah, the venom. Yeah. So there's been like, what? Was there a bite? Is there another card, Max? Anything else? This one right here. Can I have this one? Thank you. And the riddle. Yeah, here's the snake venom. Here's the snake to our venom. What's behind here, Max? Oh, the village. We've got the village, the snake, and venom. And Max has the hiccups. Anything else, Max? Do you have anything else? Or do you want to have any of these other cards? No? And you're staying clear of them. Yeah, you're not on any of the cards now. Do you want to get down now? Are you done? Are you all done? You give me kisses. You're looking at yourself on the camera. Come here, baby. You give Mom a kiss. Love you. Give me sugars. Oh, that's good. Oh, that went right in there. Oh, oh. Give Mom a sugar. Love you. Okay, get down. You lay down right there. Good boy. Lay down. Thank you. Good boy. So, I don't really know what to make of this, but there is some kind of, oh, yes, I do know what to make of this. You've got someone new that's come to town that is putting some venom in the water, basically. Putting something in, adding something to the group in little nips or little drops of venom. And it is starting to shift the balance in your local collective. Your local collective. So this isn't necessarily, I'm getting some exorcist energy. You may have something going on in your group that this new person is starting to expose just by being in the room, just by existing. It is creating some kind of imbalance that is exposing some weaknesses that you weren't aware of within your group. Do your best not to expel this person just because they brought the bad news. It's not their fault. They don't know the history of this group. They don't know anything about what you guys did before or what people used to do or how people do when things are different or who has a history with who. Yeah, that's a big part of it, is this person doesn't know that you guys have individual histories that go way back. Yeah. They don't know anything about, you used to be married to so-and-so has got a kid with someone, but they've been together for like 12 years and shit, you guys don't even have barbecues together. It's just like all of you are all one big mashed up group, and this person coming in just sees you all as individual people and doesn't realize that there are whole organisms of social structure going on around them. Even if you are the new person, you understand that people have history and they have stuff, but unless they come out and say it, you don't know anything else about these people. You just know that at this framed moment in time, these people are single, these people have kids, these people roughly do those jobs. This whole society moves along and generally this way. They've welcomed a system that if you are a visitor to it or if you're new to it, here's the entry point into socialization. And everybody, I don't understand where these outrageous, I mean, because to the person coming in, these are outrageous expectations because there's no place on the planet unless they were here in front of you for the last 30 years watching all of this go down. There's no way anybody would know that any of these people know each other like that. Time to step out and find some obligation. Someone's trying to set some roots in real time. So someone's trying to integrate. Someone's trying their best to, they don't feel like they have everything that they need to do this. They need some cooperation from the establishment in order for, not for them to be there, but for them to, yeah, there's some negative duplicity here. The establishment wants you present, but they don't want you to, they want you to want to be there, but they don't want to have to make room for you. Yeah, big break from actual family and community. No expression of what the rules actually are. And it's not an exercise. You're going to get in real trouble not getting it right. There's a seer here. They all are watching this go down. They all know what the rules are. They all know what you don't know. And none of them are willing to take, yeah, they're all in the feels about something. Are they jealous of you? You're something they are wondering about. You are a wonder to them, but you are a pariah. They all want to be you. They don't want you. They want to be you. You're amazing and wonderful. And then they look up and everybody else is looking at you being amazing and wonderful, and they're not looking at them anymore. So there's some low energy here. Low energy. It's not specified jealousy. They can't even describe what it is they're feeling. This is some Capricorn coldness here. Some Capricorn, Capricorn will call it stoic. Everybody else will say it's snide. Everyone else will say Capricorn is looking down their nose at you. Everyone else is rushing to see what the new thing is, and Capricorn's in the back going, watching, just watching. Letting everybody know they thoroughly disapprove of the disruption. Because they're the ones accustomed to exercising. Yeah, it's not a total obliteration, but it is a removal of station. Interesting. What about that? Aha, a big win for them. They don't really want to be there. That was amazing, because at the same time that they don't want to be removed from their station, they see it as a huge relief of responsibility. It's because they've made it into, that's why this whole structure is so rigid. They've made this into a responsibility in order to preserve some kind of preference. Like nobody could ever hold a candle to them. Nobody could ever do it the way they do. Big controlling energy. Big controlling energy. Is this given somebody that's been trying to be a head honcho for too long? They don't have the fight for him anymore. Don't be distracted with All right. This is not anything related. Libra needs some attention. Libra's been trying to get some discovery message through. All right, Libra. Are you drunk? And are you, Libra, are you day drinking? Seriously? That's hijacked. This is Libra. This is Libra intersecting in this conference, just like, oh, Capricorn's done. We can talk about me now. What the fuck? I am really like fucking over it with Libra right now. Somebody is, or Libra. I'm channeling Libra. This is how my morning briefs go. Without looking at social media, having woke up refreshed, feeling good, feeling wonderful, visiting with my lovely animals, and a mood will come over me, and I will have a fucking reason for it. And I stop myself because that's not mine. And I sit with it and I indulge it. And within just a few minutes, I can figure out who the fuck it's coming from. So, Mark, when you're ready to grow some balls, you can step forward if you think you can figure out where I live. You think you're going to come in and tell me my business? Don't get distracted, sweetheart. Stay on task because you only get one shot. And never again will you hear me say the words, no, do it again. Because I don't care. So Libra thinks that they are going to come in and tell you what the fuck is about to go down. Libra thinks they're going to come in and make a command decision on you. Look at how this laid out. Leo, I didn't even see Leo drop out. Leo's got this assassin, and Leo just jumped into dark energy. Leo is taking on God responsibility. Leo has just stepped into his assassin energy. Leo's sitting back watching this Libra gear up and just going, huh. No, we good. No, it's all right. No, I think it's a great idea. I think you should absolutely go for it. This ain't good, fellas. Whoever this Libra is and this Leo, I'm getting too that this Libra might have a little bit of multiple personality issue. Like thinks it wants to come in and tell you everything about everything, and that like this is why I had to do this. It was for you. And at the same time, they're going, I ought to just take you out right now. But they can't get what they want if they wipe you off the face of the earth. Because what they want is for you to love them. What they want is for you to forgive them. And it's not enough to forgive them. What they don't understand is forgiving them still includes cutting that cord. Your forgiveness is actually accelerating cutting that cord. What they want is for you to want them. They don't want to lose you. And there's something about their anger management. Something about a very dark energy about their anger management. Like they take God into their own hands. This is somebody like if they're on the dark web, they're doing the dark business. And it's not just talk. It's not about justice. They are crossing the line every time they step out. They are crossing the line in the name of justice every time they step out. So this is somebody that will justify all of their evil doings. They'll justify their lies to you. This Libra will justify it by telling you that they will put somebody under the ground for you. Like they will take total control. In their vision, patriarchy provision, being a provider, looks like point him out to me. I'll do it. This is not the most stable individual in the world. This is not somebody that you can just lean on unless you are looking for some way to get a job done and keep your hands clean. Yeah, this Libra talks a mighty soft about what it is they actually do. And I don't think there's something's not coming through for them. There's a stubbornness here about them. And if they didn't like you so well, you would be in real danger. But all of this is based on they can't make you do it. They can't make you do it. And maybe you're the only person that's ever told them no. You're the only person that's like, you know what? Just fucking do it. Do it. If you're such a big shot, go ahead and do it. And the realization is they have been waiting their whole life for someone to tell them no. This is giving like generational assassin. Somebody that was taught by their mother or their father how to take people down with the full expectation that if you don't, you're not my son. And they are cruel and vindictive. And they've taught this Leo. Yeah, here's the emotional instability and the impulsive recklessness right here. They've taught this Leo how to do the dark stuff, but they've not ever been able to break Leo into really, really enjoying it. Like needing to do it. There's a part of this Libra that wants the quiet life or just like some normalcy or not having to do this dark business. To not having to, just to be able to put it down. Just put it down, Libra. Just put it down. Let someone else take up that fight. Have you been at this long enough? There was always a risk of you being perverted by this business, by this superhero work. Wealth, leadership, and stability, how much of that have you been able to bring? Sure, you might have been able to save a few, but how long do you want to wallow in this level of Dante's hell before it's time to get up and keep moving toward heaven? Movement and action. Oh my God, I didn't even see it. Fuck. Come on, Libra. You've been given the pass. You've been given the endorsement. You've even been given the second chance. And you still are not getting that you are the only one that can do this for you. You are the only one that can pull you out of this darkness. The devil card. God damn it. No. I thought it was the devil card. I thought I saw a flash of the devil. What I did see here instead is justice and strength are turned down as long as you're standing around letting somebody tell you what to do over your shoulder. Grow the fuck up, Libra. You got lives on the line. Yours specifically. You think you're such a big shot. You think you can make such a command decision. Well, this 53-year-old little nothing is sitting over here, not doing a thing, living rent-free in your head. There's your justice returned. Without a face. It's a faceless justice. Look at that. It's blind justice. This is blind justice. I get a feeling, Libra, that you don't have a whole lot of time before this whole program comes to a administrative close, and then you're going to be left holding the bag. You're not going to have a paycheck or something. Something's getting cut off. The program's being closed. Interesting. You already got notice that you're going to be losing your job. Either a terminal illness is cutting you off from financial support. This sweet little dark web secret society you have going on, Libra, is being funded by somebody that is about to have to leave the program because although they are running it, they're the only ones that know about it. As far as funding's concerned, they're your bread and butter. And they just got outed. They got burned. And your money's cut off. That's the only reason you're coming around now. Looking for something from somebody here. Thinking you're going to, aha! It's your cash cow. Libra, your source got burned. Your paycheck got burned off of this dark web bullshit you do. And now this is your heads up. They got burned. You're about to lose your income. And for whoever Libra's coming in to for salvation, it's going to be like, I'm finally free. And by the way, I'm out of a job. You know a place I can stay? Like I said, the last man I dated, don't go pulling that shit. Don't come up here looking for me. Don't try to catch my eye. When you come up into my bar and it's my bar, don't come looking for my eye. Don't come trying to catch me up, or you're just going to embarrass yourself. And they did. And I had to say some words in front of people because they insisted on making it in front of people. And so I said my words back, and golly, they sure, it didn't go well. It was ugly. It was ugly. It was ugly. Ugh. Ugh. I'm the one that said it, and I'm embarrassed for him. Phew. Look, now that's the end of your reading for today. Let's give a wonderful shout out to folks and get a couple of questions answered, maybe. Yeah. Let's see. Radical, Zick, Texas Feedback. Hi. None of your biz. I love your handle. But the soy. Texas Fatback, El Brazo, Cakes. Hi. Puma Annie. Hi. Let me flip over to the pop out. I can see y'all. Oh, come back. Here we go. Hey, get your question there in the chat. If you're new to the channel, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Double tap that screen if you're on a smart device. If you're watching on your YouTube on your big screen at home, go over to the channel page and hit play mix. We're trying to reach the next benchmark, which is the number of hours the channel is viewed. So enjoy the channel, explore past views, so past shows. Most everything right now for the last 2-3 months is on a live section. Go to the live section of the channel page and you'll see everything that is the most recent. Let's see. I try to save a few minutes at the end of every read to answer your personal questions. So hit that subscribe button now to join the chat and get your question in just now so you can get an answer. Let's see. Who else? Yanaishi, hi. Nancy, Miss Ashley, hi. Sherry Golden, wonderful to have you back. Rock is my flavor, hi. RM Moody. Melodies UTKA, hi. Jennifer Skull, nice to have you here. Sherry Golden, hi. Lord's Will Be. Lord's Will 2004. Matt Patty, hi. Claire, hi, wonderful. PI Art Studio, hi, wonderful to have you here from the UK, fantastic. So let's see. Oh, thank you so much, Rock. I want to rock. I'm going to scan through here for anybody's questions while we were doing the general read. Let's see. El Brizo, let's answer your question about your dad. Arizo says, my dad hates me and I want to know why, because I really didn't do anything wrong. He's a Capricorn and I'm a Cancer. What energies are going to keep us apart? I'm already getting that your dad has an issue of pride that's blocking you somehow. And it's not pride about you. It's some failing or expectation they had for themselves, for himself. He's not able to share with you. There's a point of shame, something he wasn't able to do about or for you, that he's people will hold the things that they failed at. You may prompt the conversation with him, but I feel like I have failed you somehow. I don't understand why or how. Please, you can ask him. He won't be able to tell you why you failed him. He may start breaking and crack, or he may harden himself because the feels will come on. You're trying to trigger whatever that is that he is holding on to when he's with you. When you see that wall go up, but there's something he failed an expectation somewhere. Something he did, something he didn't do in time. Something he wished he could have done differently, but it's about him. It's about him. And I don't know, I don't know how old you are, but the older we get, the things that we fail at when our children are young, there's a part of us that hopes that maybe they just forgot. Maybe they were too young to catch it. Because we go through our lives, as we get older, we realize there's a lot that happens that we really just don't hold a memory to. Other people can. Other people will remember the same events in very different ways. Or significant moments will catch core memories for them. 13131, there's a core memory here that he remembers, that he failed, and you don't remember. You may not even remember being there. He may have brought this up before, and because you didn't remember some aspect of it, some shame he holds. There's some shame there. I hope that helps. Let's see. Let's see. I want to thank everyone for keeping the conversation open and positive and just really compassionate with each other when you come into hot topics. YM asks for a free read. So let's pull a card or two for YM and see what is there. YMGMBTS 1913. Hey, can I get a free reading? Let's see what pops out here for you. No clown in here. Something serious this card wanted to pull with it. There is a serious misdirection here. They may be trying to joke their way out of something. You need to be concerned about someone who has a little funny quip whenever they say something. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. No, they're future faking with you, and you need to take like a federal edge hard line against them. Kind of, I'm getting like, oh, why are you mad? We were just kidding. No. A word on contempt. Contempt is the killer of intimacy. The first sign of contempt, we have zero tolerance. We hold zero tolerance for the first sign of contempt. Contempt is the opposite of compassion. Contempt is not only have they had a discompassionate thought about you, they've had an aggressive thought about you. Here we are on the time. And they are now willing to express it. You can think all day long, that woman is driving me fucking crazy. She's being a bitch. But the moment you verbalize it, you have acted on the first indication of contempt. That's the floodgate that opens. Now the emotions have been activated. You've endorsed the feeling, and that is the end of the conversation. You haven't seen the first, You haven't seen the worst, honey. You've only seen the first. And there is more behind it, and that they have let you see any of it at all says that it is irreparable. It is a burn mark. Dig deeper. There's more there. There is more contempt to be had. Big Taurus bully, kind of stubborn, bullheaded energy. Somebody here doesn't want you to see that you are being there. Yeah, there's no affection forthcoming. There's no love there. There's no love there. And don't stand around digging too deep looking for it. Don't go looking through the trash. Don't go digging through your own shit for corn just to make a meal. Don't go digging through the trash you already threw out. Meditation is the key. Get good with being alone. If you're alone long enough, you will burn past that place where you literally illness has you addicted to socialization. Your body will tell you, I need to go. I need to go be in front of people. Your body will tell you that. Yes, we do need to socialize for chemical harmony, for chemical regulation, but we do not need people. We do not emotionally need people. Just like a chemical dependency, your body will try to tell you that you need to be in front of people when you really don't, because it is chemically conditioned to respond to that need. And people are so readily available that we can feed that addiction without ever knowing that we can't do without it. Here we go. The duplicity of it. Or you may be a Gemini. There may be a Gemini near you. Return to sender has been blown back to you. So we're having a balance of attachment energy and you with a very firm, I am obliged to no one. So you can't have attachments, but you can separate yourself from your attachments. We still have to function in life, right? Again, we don't live in a vacuum, but you don't need backup for everything. So much of what we are dependent on is behavior. Hope that helps. Thank you, Miss Ashley, for your lovely comments. Nancy says, hi, are my enemies planning something they caused mind issues and poisoning me? They caused mind issues and poisoning me, etc. Let's see. How are Nancy's enemies going to approach her next? Interesting. You see this here. We'll hold this because this is your card. This is what you can do about it. We have hope in unknowing. So don't always nail down trying to figure out what the future is. That is sacrilege. What you need to hold down on is, what can I do about this? Let's see. What is this? Harmony in real life is subtle. You have to be a player, and you have to be the bad guy and the good guy. Pimp, pusher, energy, and PD. So harmony, incorporeal, and overbearing and intrusive is upside down. So we are trying to find subtle, real, workable life situation harmony. And it requires that you be both the pimp, pusher, and the police department. I'm going to guess you're going to have to get closer to your enemies. You need to get involved with whoever is building against you. Build a couple of frenemies, understanding that you're not going in to make friends. You're going in to present yourself as temporarily available so that they will drop some information on you. Get closer to your enemies. That's your advice. They'll tell you everything. Because they're narcissists, just because they're negative, nasty, nagging people, they will take pleasure in thinking that they can play in your face. They'll tell you exactly what they're going to tell you, and they'll do it with a smile. So you know who these people are. Go get in front of them and play nice and play dumb. And they'll tell you exactly how they're going to approach you next. And then sit back and let them. and know that it's coming and watch them, and then just rest in this sublime knowing while they're trying to play in your face. What they're not counting on you is to be unmoved. But how can it hurt you if you know they're coming with it? The whole game is based on being able to shock you into a reaction. That's the whole game of cruelty. The mean girl thing is to try to do you public humiliation, because you gotta respond to shut them down without responding by creating the scene they are setting. So if you know it's coming, none of it works. And in your immediate relationship with them, they look foolish to you. So you reflect that entertainment value as having been pleased with yourself with having guessed right. And you're thoroughly entertained at this stage because you see what's unfolding, your suspense has ended, and you're having aha, you can't beat me. I see everything. And this is actually quite silly looking. And you don't have to say a word. It's just the way you will not react. And the only thing left for you to do is going to deflate the whole situation and make them look so stupid. So yes, get closer to your enemy and they'll tell you everything. Yeah, get close to them in private. And as soon as someone walks in the room, immediately separate yourself from them. This gives two messages. One, to the person that come in, that you won't have anything to do with these people. Two, there was a private exchange happening where you obviously told them the business and walked out. Three, the person that is left behind, that your frenemy, is suddenly left with a situation that insinuated something, yet there is no one else to hold accountability for it. And now they're left with having to publicly humiliate or publicly risk humiliation by not having an explanation why somebody just walked out on them. Let's see. Yeah, so when you make that connection with them up close, it makes them chase you now in public, which makes them look at like how they're trying to make you look. It makes you look like you are the prize to everyone. Because if this person is your bully, then they're everyone else's bully as well. Their power is in being able to manipulate the crowd into focusing their fear on one figure, and that's them, because they can make each individual feel awkward. And then there is this consent, group consent, because no one will risk individual attention on them. The public humiliation is the grand tool. Unfortunately, they don't have any idea how to deal with you up close. So they will let themselves get close to you, hoping to drag you into a public humiliation. How do they do that? By, as soon as a third party comes in, making you look foolish, so you're grasping for attention to set you into a competition for their attention. And you end up flipping it on the head. Go near them when you can have private moments, and then separate yourself when anyone else comes in the room. And then that will set them to trying to chase you and create a public scene. And their effort to try to create one is theatrics that you will see coming, because you don't talk to them unless you're in public. Unless you're in private. Yet this is a public situation that now they are pursuing you. Publicly, everyone else sees them coming for you, and they know they're coming in for the kill and for the public humiliation. However, you'll be very publicly going, is that so? Interesting, very interesting. Wow, I thought you'd say that. Wow, well, that all sounds very interesting. Good luck with that. See you later. And you are the one to walk away. And they are obviously left, which is the point. You don't ever look back. Everyone else, watch their eyes, and you will know her condition. Okay. Nancy asks, what is my astrological sign? I am an Aries. I am an Aries. So yes, I just had a birthday. Who else? Let's see. If I have not answered your question, please hang tight. Let's get to everyone else. Sherry Golden, that Libra or Leo, I really feel like it's a Libra that is in a dark mode. And instead of going as dark Libra, they go darker and they end up in dark Leo. And that for Libra turns into assassin energy. Lord's will. Ha ha ha. Your name is Mark. That's funny. What a quink-dink. Hello, my name is Mark, and I am no Libra, but I am a Gemini. I am without a doubt a warrior for God, and the last thing anyone wants to do is come to me in an evil way. Not wise, not wise. Yes. Let's see. Maddie Patty asks, will I be able to watch this later? Yes, I know I have 2 live videos that I have not put over on the publish since for day before, yesterday or day before. I was up here on Sunday and I did not hit those publish yet. So I do try to publish everything live as soon as it goes up. It takes a couple of hours after the live feed ends for it to upload into the public publish, but you should be able to watch this later. Let's see. Melodies, can this lady help me find the location of the sword and dagger? Oh gosh, after the channel matures, I will certainly be available for scrying, and that turns into probably a good 15-20 minute read just in trying to scry. It is a little time consuming, and it is a very quiet practice that takes a lot of patience and a lot of waiting. So it's not the best for live feed. When we do get a scry period, I'll advertise it as such. So yes, I can help you with scrying or with location, but now is not the time. Let's see. Melody, I don't know if you're able to post to my page, but if it allows you to post or to send a note in somehow, or to come back or pick another video anywhere and just hit me with a post, it'll come through my notifications, and we can talk about scrying for you to find what you need. Who else? What else? Hi, Eliante from Torino, Italy. Wonderful to have you here. Rock is my flavor. Should I kick my new friend to the curb? I feel like he's a demon attached. Let's see. Let's see. I get that you're tempted to save them. Like you're wanting to get a little exorcism, like if you can help them recognize that they have a demon. I don't think so. Yeah, they definitely have a demon attached. We have a God upside down. They definitely have a demon attached. It's just what class of demon. Is it a minor? Honestly, I think physical addictions are probably the most minor form of demonic attachment. It is hardly ever the actual demon. Dig deeper here. This is not a star seed. They are projecting a image to you, and it's a low vibing jinn. I would run. This is jinn trying to get access to you. This isn't about your friend. Yeah, look what we pulled down on the floor. We got Lucifer right here with a curse. And we're not talking Lucifer, we're talking socio-common devil with a forked tail. Oh, all right. I got 4 cards on. Four cards on the floor. 3 of them are free. 1 of them is pinned by the chair, or by the leg of my chair. I'm very concerned with that because the only other card was on the floor was Lucifer as Jinn. Okay, dark turn Lucifer. We're talking about Ilbis. And Lucifer keeps dropping on the floor here with the face down. So it's Ilbis. And it's extremely angry energy. It's very fiery. This is extreme demonic energy. This will be our last question for the day. I'm going to need a rest after this. Holy Archangel Michael, pull protection down around me now. Say Benedictus. Pray for me. Bless and keep me in your holy armor. Keep me, yes, unbroken. Shielded but not unseen. Demon, reveal your name to me. Gently now. Gently now. Turn toward me and show me your face. Mind your business. No, sir, I won't. Any demon anywhere has no business being in a human. Show your face. Insecurity. The person is lacking confidence. That was the gateway that got them in. This person may be self-effacing. That demon, self-effacement, that is the demon right there. A weakness of character. They'll do anything for approval. Last card pinned in the chair. I need to light a candle here. Weight of me. Can't light a candle without getting it out of my chair. All right. We're going to borrow on the Buddhists for meditation. Om Ban Min Ping Ping Hum 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 Om Om. Right. Demon of insecurity. Demon of self-effacement. In the name of the Holy Spirit, I command you to reveal yourself. This should say pure agape love, and it's downturned. This is not your friend. This is a demon that was set in to come toward you through a stranger who has a weak mind, who is given over their will to whatever will breeze in on them. I don't know why they have attached themselves to you other than they are blindly following this demon's will. And they come in on a weak mind, a self-effacing mind with a weak self-esteem, needing approval, and they may be shy, and it's not their fault. I don't think they mean anything toward you. That's why you're compelled to try to save them. But I do see them bringing much bigger problems to your door. I do see that when they do decide to pop off, it's a restraining order waiting to happen. I see broken glass dishes. I see a broken vase. I see a daylit living room in white walls with baseboards, like a display house, real estate visiting. Somebody else's house you're in, way too nice for you to actually buy. Like it's like a model, a display house. And there is just, I see the back of a woman looking past you into a kitchen that is unlit yet. The third person is in another part of the room around the corner. In that darkened kitchen, away from your conversation, you're having a private conversation as couples do when they're seeing a house. And something happens, my gin bottle, and she picks up the vase and just smashes it at your feet, and then acts like you hit her. Is this some kind of Fight Club bipolar shit happening? Yeah, like a cat. It may, and it's not out of anger. They're going to think it's funny, like it's a little secret joke between the two of you. They're going to look right at you while you're there, and they're going to go, "You don't think I'll do it? Want me to do it? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it," and just drop it. Yeah, get the fuck away from this person. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let's see. The Storytime Kitchen. Hi. Gosh, thank you for your kind words, but I really hate doing romance readings. It's such a draining energy. Let's see. Happy to donate. No, the Storytime Kitchen, you can't donate yet because the channel hasn't matured just yet. We have a couple of benchmarks we're waiting to reach. One of them was the subscriber number, which I am so excited to say you guys have driven right up over 1,300 subscriptions in just about 6 months. I know my channel says I've been on for 4 years, but if you look through the video history, you'll see I've only been broadcasting for about 6 months. So while we have reached the number of subscribers, we now are waiting for reaching the number of watch time hours the channel has played. So get on that backup device and binge watch the channel. Hit play mix on your smart device. If you're on a TV, go to the channel page and hit play mix and just let it run. You got a backup device, just let it run in the other room and do your chores and let it play. And what I hope is that, let's see, the closest I can come to for you getting a private reading is your contribution to the Venmo account at Angel Radio Tarot, just like you see right here. I'm only on YouTube, so don't send your cash anywhere else. Include your handle in the comments of your contribution there, and make sure it's the same handle I can find you on the YouTube channel. And then include your question there as well. Now, when you hit the notification bell on there, you'll see when I've been able to post to your comment. You hit the notification bell so you know when I respond to a 15 to 30 minute YouTube link video that'll go right to you. You'll be notified through YouTube, and I'll be able to answer your question that way. If you really got that burning question, that's how you do it. Contribute to Venmo, include your handle and your question, and hit that notification bell so you know when I send you the link back through. Let's see. Thank you. Thank you. The authority is that of the Holy Spirit. I am just a conduit. I am a humble servant. Let's see. Mad Patty. Yeah, we did get through that difficult read. I was really concerned about channeling that dark energy. Getting that close to something. The guarding helped. Let's see. Mad Patty, you'll be the last question today. Where should I go on this journey? If you can help me, please do if you have spare time. Uh, what I wish I could do, Matt, Patty, and what I would do for you if you put a contribution through that Venmo at Angel Radio Tarot, including your YouTube handle and your question. What I would love to do is scry has been coming up a lot today, and this would be the perfect question to scribe. I have a world map and a map of the United States, and that would be just exactly the kind of thing. But let's see, Matt Patty says, you've got big blessings and wealth. It is fortuitous for you to go somewhere overbearing and intrusive. So some take an inch. What is it? Give an inch, take a mile. Someplace loud and colorful and bright. The cavalry, that's where you're going to have some. And so, oh, I love this. This is giving resort island getaway. Someplace that might be a little spendy. Maybe you've been saving up for this. Overbearing and intrusive. Bright, colorful, high energy. But with massive amenities. So I recommend 2 nights in a 4-star hotel that does like ensuite service or does like a club level service. I will plug the Windsor Court Hotel in New Orleans. Fuck, that's a nice stay. And you get the club level suite for, you pay 2/3 of the night's stay price more. So like not quite double, but you get the club level suite. So you get the room and a living room with a balcony, or I did. And then you get like there's only one level above, and that's penthouse. But the club level goes up to the club level floor, and it's the entire section, and it's like maybe 4 or 5 en suites all tied open together. It's like 3 en suites, boom. And they serve top shelf liquor, open bar, and then they serve the food that the restaurant or the hotel makes. They serve it tapas style, and you get the full menu, and you eat all of your food, do all of your drinking in the club level, and then you do all your walking and shopping and stuff out onto, Bourbon Street and the Quarter and all that stuff. But you take all of your food and liquor in the hotel. And you can't, come on. So you get both. That is the perfect place. New Orleans at a nice. And I'm talking, the Windsor Court Hotel is right across the street from the MGM. So you can do all your gambling, all that stuff right there. So you get really high energy cruise ship feel, but it's on land and you're in this is all about you discovering some luxury here. Luxury. Last time I heard that shit, I was in a Ruth's Chris 5 years ago, 2021. Luxury. I thought I was going to throw up my dinner. Not because of Ruth's Chris, but because of the way the word was said. What do we got here? So we're going to close with a general reading, just a general vibe here. I am so grateful for all of you being here. Sounds like Amber Turd. You're funny. Let's see. I'm sorry you don't have Venmo in the UK. Ko-fi or PayPal. I'll think about that. Thank you for the feedback. PayPal is easy for me to do. I've never heard of Ko-fi before. Oh, thank you so much. So many wonderful words, so much good encouragement. We'll get there. To the Snapchats and the YouTube, we'll get there, folks. No worries. The best way you can help right now is to just watch the channel and enjoy it. Share it with your friends and hit that notification bell so you come back for the next read. I'll give you about a half an hour heads up when I go live. Live is my favorite. It's the easiest to do. And I don't know, many of you know that I am a disabled veteran, and sometimes sitting at the computer and navigating the screen goes into full dyslexia for me. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but let's see, what else do we have? Wow, we got a lot of stuff going on here. Something with the confession of a weakness that is allowing grace to enter. All right. There's the 2 we need. 3, hello. Hiding in hiding in plain sight. Insatiable blessings. Or these are the blessings. The blessings are going to come because of this insatiable nature of someone else. So Pisces, or there is someone, now that's Aquarius that gives that shimmer. Pisces, you've got a pimp pusher energy. Oh, there's some kind of like legal stalker energy there. Pisces, you don't need a reason to be happy. This pimp pusher energy coming toward you that was so aggressive has decided to step back. They've been exposed. They're insecure about what they're going to do because they are now hiding in the open. They have they've had their cover blown. Or this Pisces this is general, and there's a Pisces that has had his cover blown. Interesting. And now PD is insatiable with the leads. It's like not only were they itching for a lead, but something blew, and now they have too many leads to follow up on. Like from the same source, like something got blasted wide open. I appreciate your interest and your questions. I am Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. It's been 2 hours on. Hit that notification bell so you can come back and include. You're being left with the message of do not be distracted by senseless affairs. I'm sorry, the Storytime Kitchen, that's the best I can do for you. Big win for you, Melody, on something? Yeah, it's individual cards here. Or that story time. And Melody, you came in strong with that right when I was looking at this. Yeah, Storytime Kitchen, you need to call the cops. You need to be calling the fucking news channel. The cops can't do anything, but it's not illegal. If she is physically, romantically involved with a 75-year-old, honey, in this climate right now with the Epstein epidemic, your 19-year-old is a very public victim right now, and there is not a compassionate person in the world that will stand there and look at that like she's consensual. A 75-year-old man, you think he hasn't had 75 fucking years to figure out how to run a hustle on a 19-year-old girl? Come on now, y'all. We ain't living in Bill Clinton. Oh, then it's over the age of consent here too. It's over the age of consent here too. I am not consenting violence, but I am consenting to a group of responsible adults paying a visit to that 75-year-old man. Absolutely. You can't call the cops and you can't call the papers. Well, then you better call up a size 9 and put a boot in his ass. Go have a stern talking to, is what I'm saying. I will not condone violence publicly, although I have experienced a great deal of it myself. Rock is my flavor. Thank you very much for your endorsement there. We don't take kindly. We don't take kindly. No, sir. No, sir. All right. My only other question is, what is your community going to do when that 75-year-old does exactly what you know he's going to do? And y'all are just going to let that 19-year-old girl stand there and take all that by herself, knowing damn well she don't have a chance in hell. Y'all get behind this woman. Y'all get behind this woman right now. I'm Cece with Angel Radio Tarot. It's wonderful to have you here. We are fighting for the good fight. We are fighting with light and justice and love, compassion for each other and those that are weaker than us. I sure am glad to be a part of it. I'm sure I am glad that you're here with me. Hit that notification bell, that like, share, and subscribe. Pump all the emojis down there in the corner. And boy, y'all hang in there till next time. Take care now.